First of all, thank you for watching Mile of Redemption. This is like a recap video. We're going to just talk about some things that maybe we didn't get to talk about in the video itself. And I just want to say some thank yous along the way, give you a little more context to the story. Shout out to the crew for the race. All you guys got to see them. My wife, first and foremost, she is just an awesome, amazing person. She does all these races with me. Every race I go to, she is there. A huge support, but also someone that helps me. She does a lot of crewing, in those situations, and so just super thankful for her and all that she means to me. Without her, I couldn't do any of this. And then Mark and Heather, obviously, for the 100s, they've always been there every step of the way with us, traveled with us, drove, all these things to kind of help us just make it happen. So shout out to Mark and Heather. Thank you guys so much. I love both of you. Mark's already doing his own races, so that's cool. I love seeing that. Love seeing where he's at running wise. So anyway, I'm gonna give a shout out to those guys. Also, my coach, Mary Cates. Obviously, you saw in the video we met at the Damn Yeti 50 where I got second there. Man, she's been with me since the fall, helping me, really giving me a lot of confidence. And she's just an incredible human being. Her and David, her fiance, you saw in the video, the little fiance click, that was cool. Love both of those guys. They are extraordinary people and extraordinary athletes. Mary's not just a coach. She's a fantastic runner. So David as well, he is so fast. So shout out to those guys for inspiring me and pushing me and just being there. We talk about running, kind of what it means to me, but I've been running since I was a little kid. I started running when I was 8 and 9. Started running 5Ks pretty soon after that. My dad was trying to lose weight. I stepped in, ran with him one time while he was outside doing some cardio, and it kind of got me hooked. I did those for a while. Through high school, we didn't have track or cross country or anything like that like they do now. So I stopped doing all those things because I was playing football, basketball, and I played baseball some until Babe Ruth. Then I found out that was not really my sport. So, but running didn't really, after my wreck, I thought that was over. I thought I would never run again. They told me I would never do anything like that again. And then in college, I kind of picked it back up, started running like a mile. A lot of knee braces. I had the big old metal knee brace. I was doing those things. And that took a long time to actually transition out of those knee braces. I finally figured out it was kind of holding me back, so I got rid of them and just dealt with the pain and just kind of figuring out how to run without knee braces, which I did eventually, and then through a lot of ups and downs and gaining weight, losing weight in my 20s, I actually started running again. Late 20s, early 30s. And then got real dialed in about 7 years ago. I'm 46 now, so I'd be 39. Started running 3 miles every day. And I got to where I did really, really well with that. And then I wanted to up it a little bit, so I did. And then I met a guy named Mark Smith who really helped me dial in running long distance because I wanted to run a half marathon. So we did all the training. He helped me a ton there. Ran my first 8 miles, the longest I'd ever run with Mark Smith. And he carried me on it and talked to me through it and was just a super awesome encourager. So Mark's great. He's talented. He's an incredible athlete. Then I met Kirsten Sass, somebody that's always inspired me. She's such an awesome runner and she's an athlete. So yeah, I did some half marathons then and then went straight into watching a lot of YouTube videos, probably way too many, and wanted to do an ultra. So I went from half marathon to my first ultra was a 100-miler. Don't know how smart that was. And then obviously you heard the stories, some DNFs. And I'll be honest, I really was struggling with hanging all of it up. I DNF'd all the hundreds I'd done so far. The last Yeti before that was canceled. So I kind of signed up for 2 more races after that. One was Fall Creek Falls. Did a 50-miler there and my body just fell apart. It just fell apart. I was hurting everywhere really early on. I think I dropped out in 20-something miles. It's just a terrible day. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with ultras. It's just done. I just don't know if I can do this anymore. I was really just down and just kind of like out of it. Well, just a couple months later, we had this 7-11 race in Atlanta, Georgia, where I actually did really, really well. Don't know what happened there. I just really, there were some grueling times in that 7 hours. I chose the 7-hour loops and, did really well though. Got pretty high up there, probably in the top 10, and finished my last loop like a minute and a half to go. So it was exhilarating. That was fun. Gave me some confidence. And then of course I moved on down and did those things. So running's always been a big part of my life. In the video, I talk about how I may not, I don't know how long I have to do that, with my body, but there's a lot of fake parts down there that I don't know how long they're going to work. But I'm incredibly blessed, and I thank God for that. I thank God for using this part of my life to meet new people, to talk about Him more. I hope everything I do points to Him, because He literally gets all the credit in my life for sure. I talk about the wreck in the documentary. A man did lose his life, and there's a lot of things that I don't know about that story. I did talk to his wife several years later, called her and told her I was very sorry, and she forgave me, and said really, it was just an accident, and I told her, I was like, I know, but there was just so many decisions I made, that led to that. And she was very forgiving and super sweet. And, there's still people I haven't talked to out of that, and so I don't really know what that is. But I think for me, it's like, for Mr. Moses, I'd want him to know that, like, I didn't waste it. I didn't waste the opportunity. I had some really messed up years in there, because I really struggled after that for a long time. But I was just wanting to know, I didn't waste it. I'm doing everything I can to serve God and give Him everything I have. It's not my whole life, but man, these things are really big moments of it. And raising money for Nolan and Courtney Turner, that was another big thing. Especially, like talking to Jesse. I had talked about him even the year before, but this year I really wanted to honor Nolan and just raise money for their foundation. So that was so cool to do that. There's just so many people. Jamie Reynolds and Donna, they were a part of that race. You probably saw a little bit in the video. Jamie is the guy who really inspired me to run the 100 miler, the Yeti. I saw him run it all the time, and I was like, man, this guy is just a beast, and I was so impressed by that. And he and I trained some together. We've run a lot together. He's a great dude. And he was there kind of stretching my hamstrings there at Alvarado that one time. And Donna was great. They're just great people. And so I'm just really grateful for them too, being at the race. And of course, Jason, I love Jason Green so much, the race director, for all the Yeti stuff. All his speeches, all his pre-race speeches, they made me cry, made me just get so hyped up I could just, run 100 miles. So love Jason Green, man. He's just a great dude. And he embodies like ultra running and trail running. I mean, everything about him, man. He's so positive, great heart. And I love everything he brings to racing. I love the rock and roll aspect of it. I love all those things he does, because it makes it so much more fun. I love the Yeti series. If you've never ran one, please go hook up with Jason Green and get you a Yeti race in, because they're worth it. And then Tyler Pruitt, who created this masterpiece, is what I'll call it. Tyler Pruitt is just a great friend. We've been friends over a decade. He called and he really wanted to shoot a documentary like this. And so we got together, made it happen. And he told the story like nobody else could. And I really believe he did great of a job. He just told such a great story. He put all his effort into that. And I knew it would be great because he was doing it, but I didn't know it was going to be that great. I was so just blown away. I remember me and my son watched it together, and it was emotional for him. And so I knew the power of what Tyler had created. And we first watched it just on my phone. So, Tyler Pruitt, look him up. He's phenomenal at everything he touches. I mean, he is just literally professional drummer, production director at a church. Like, dude can just do it all. And video is just his game, man. He's incredible. So thank you, Tyler, man, for putting this together. And just your family for the sacrifices y'all kind of had to make all this work and happen. So I'm just really grateful for that, And I do want to thank another group of people, James and Lauren Osborne. They run the Exchange in Nashville. It's where I buy all my shoes and just other kinds of gear, shorts, shirts, all those things. Those guys have an incredible store. Not only are they have like really good stuff, but they also have the bougie stuff, like, the stuff you just would really want to have. And they're really good in that market, but they're great people. They're great service. To me, they've become great friends. Everybody that works there, whether it's Ashley and Cody, Connor, all those people there are just top notch. You won't find another store. If you live in Nashville or you're from an hour or two away, I'm 2 hours from there, and that's where I shop. So if that says anything about what their service means, it means a ton. And I'm a very relational human being. So if I walk into your store and you treat me well and you're just want to talk, hang out, I'm all in. And they've been so good to me. Probably enjoy that because I buy everything there, but I do I love all of them. Like they're top notch. Some of the most top notch people I've ever been around as far as sales and just their culture. I mean, they have a great running culture. If you're new to Nashville and you need a place to run, that's the place to go. It's in East Nashville, and they're just, man, great company, great people. I love the community there. Love them, and so that's another just group of people. If you're needing like equipment, things like that, that's who I'd go to. I recommend them over anybody else. I don't know what's next. I do know this year I'm going to qualify for Boston. That's the goal. A race in April in Indiana, Carmel, Indiana. It's going to be the qualifying race for me to try to qualify for the Boston. So Coach Mary has got me getting ready for that. And Dam Yeti again, Dam Yeti 50. I love that race. So I'll be doing that again this summer. And I don't know what running looks like. Running's not the most important thing in the world to me, but I do love it. It's definitely one of the things in the world that I do love to do. I have a lot of other things going on in my life that I'll be sharing on this channel with you guys that are important to me. I'm a hodgepodge guy. I got so many things going on, so many things in the fire. I don't devote my life to just one thing. I can't. Besides Christ and my family, I got a lot of things that I love to do. I'll be sharing a lot of those things with you guys, thoughts, opinions I have, and also just things that I would love to like share with the world. You know, when I say the world, I mean all my local friends who watch this because nobody else is going to, and that's so cool. Love everybody. Thank you so much for watching the documentary. Thank you so much for being supportive. Thank you for all the encouraging words, because I'm telling you, I was a very small part of that. There were so many people that did such an incredible job making all that happen and who make everything in my life happen. I'm just a very, very blessed guy that gets to sit in the middle of like a ton of talented people, just who I have connections with and who are my friends. And I'm just really blessed to be able to do that, because I'm telling you, without all those people, I would be making this video right now. So thank you. Thank you to everyone that, again, took the time to watch. There's more coming. It's not just running. There'll be a lot more things coming out of here, coming out of this channel that I can't wait to share with you guys. And I hope you have an incredible day.